Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Sunday evening. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. It's almost done, but that's okay. I hope you guys rocked it out. Hope you're ready for another week, another fun-filled week. It's got a lot of great things in store for us. We just have to be able to receive them. That's what it's all about. A quick update. I am in the process of finishing up my course on weight loss for beginners. 5 little known secrets on how to lose weight fast and keep it off. If that's something that you're interested in getting early bird access into or getting your hands on some of the finishing touches that I'm putting together, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message. We'll get you rocking and rolling. That's really what I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit today about is how to eat healthy, ways that you can incorporate new habits, if you will. That's what we talked about yesterday, a couple different habits on how to incorporate them. And eating healthy is really one of those things that it seems like a daunting task. It seems like this whole thing that has to be done and there's all these steps that you have to go through. It's also one of those things that seems like a good idea at the time, right? You're cooking everything, you're preparing it. It all looks good. It's nice and colorful. It's nice and, welcoming and happy looking and everything. And then all of a sudden you go to eat it and you're like, eesh. I wouldn't really wish this on my worst enemy. But that's not the way that it has to be. That's the way that it is for some people, and most of the time, sometimes it is that way. But it doesn't always have to be that way. There's definitely easy ways that you can incorporate different habits, different ways to do things, different tips and such. And that's where I come in. I wanted to talk a little bit, share a little bit about the tips that help me, and hopefully they help you get some value out of them. Let's get right into it. Tip number 1, more than anything, right off the bat, you want to start small. Start small, do a little bit, do really as the least amount that is possible, or not that is possible, that is required, right? If you don't normally eat vegetables and you want to start eating healthy, all that stuff, I would suggest starting small, maybe 1 serving of fruits and vegetables for the day. So like a couple pieces of fruits and vegetables throughout the day, or even just like 1 piece of broccoli, right? That's all you want to do. Just 1 piece of broccoli, maybe 1 glass of milk. Just start small. Anything that you know that you can do. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for, is we're looking to build momentum, right? Get, motivation and to keep going. And when we get motivation, when we see how easy it can be, and we get into that sort of frame of mind, the state of mind where we know that it can be done and we know that it's a lot easier than we make it out to seem, that's what's going to be beneficial for you in the long run. That's what's going to help you keep the ball rolling, right? We're trying to get the ball rolling. 1 piece of broccoli, right? 1 glass of milk, glass of water, 1 serving of fruits and vegetables. We're just trying to get the ball rolling, get a little bit of momentum. Because once we get the momentum, that's when we see the progress and we can get rewarded, right? And we keep it going. And then when we see the progress is when we want to keep going and when we want to keep doing it. So that's where it's beneficial in the long run. When we start small, we can do stuff that we can easily incorporate and then build from there. Couple different things here and there. Actually, side topic on starting small. When you make changes, your body might not react the way that you think it's going to, or the way that you expected it to, or the way that you even want it to, right? A lot of different things can happen. So that's why you want to start small in the beginning, more than anything, is because you want to see how your body reacts with the changes that you're making. You want to know ahead of time what's going to happen when you start making these changes. And that's why you start small. You can incorporate a couple different things here and there, make note of how you feel, how the changes are happening, what's happening, all sorts of stuff. And that will help you get, like we said, get the ball rolling, keep momentum going, and then just incorporate that as a habit. My next tip is to eat more. And this one is actually kind of counterintuitive to the whole weight loss, wellness, being healthy thing, is that you actually want to eat more. A lot of times when we're thinking about cutting calories, being healthy, less weight, all that sort of stuff, we think about eating less. And that's not good for us because our body needs a certain amount of nutrition, vitamins, minerals on a daily basis in order to perform at, peak performance, optimal levels, if you will. So you want to eat more. Right off the bat, you want to start with breakfast. It helps boost your metabolism for the rest of the day. So that way you're kind of a little bit of a cheat code, right? You're boosting your metabolism right off the bat, and you're burning calories from the start of the day. And then that's just going to set you up for success the rest of the day. But definitely want to focus on 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then you want to focus on snacks in between meals. But that's a lot of where people get sort of thrown off, is the snacks in between meals. We don't normally plan for that one. So when you're eating, you want to, right off the bat, that's what you want to start with more than anything. Not really changing too much to your diet about what you eat and how you eat and all that. But you definitely want to start by eating more. Right away, eat more, eat another meal. If you're a breakfast skipper, I know I don't know the exact number, but there's a very high percentage of people that do skip breakfast, because what happens is, right, we sleep, we like sleep. I'm like the majority of the population. I love sleep. And for me to wake up a little bit earlier in order just to eat breakfast, right? That's why I'm waking up earlier. That's why I'm cutting out my sleep, just to eat some breakfast. I'm not even really hungry anyways. But that's where you want to sort of make a habit of it right off the bat, eating breakfast, something nice, healthy, hearty, something that's going to boost your metabolism, get it going right away. And then your snacks, don't deprive yourself of food. Definitely eat when you're hungry. It's just the type of snack, like the type of food that you're eating. That's what gets you more than anything. Which leads me right into my next tip, is to meal prep. Meal prep helped me really more than anything. When we don't prepare ourselves, right? There's the old saying, when we fail to plan, we plan to fail, right? So make a plan. Meal prepping, meal planning, whatever you want to call it, is nothing different than that. Setting yourself up for success, definitely. I mean, not really, but in my eyes, it begins and ends with meal prepping, because if we just leave it up to ourselves to figure out all of our food for the day, every single day, it's going to get overwhelming, and we're not going to really care to think about anything else. That's when we're going to end up, ordering the pizza that gives us multiple meals, doing the fast food takeout. That's a lot easier than trying to prepare meals. And, I cooked yesterday, and I'm like supporting small businesses, right? So give me some of that takeout. And that's where we get off track with what we're eating and what we're doing with our bodies, and really being a detriment to our progress that we're making. That's what I'm trying to say. A treat every once in a while is different than going out every other day or every day, or even once a day for however many. I mean, the simple math is like coffee and a bagel at Tim Hortons is like $5 give or take, right? $4. So $5 times even the 5-day work week is an extra $25, times 4 weeks is an extra $100 that you're spending just on breakfast. When you could take something like that, like for us, when we make our breakfast, it's just a trough of stuff, and then we put it in the oven, and it's just sort of like these little, brownie things that are food, right? It's not brownies. It's mixtures of protein, eggs, and vegetables, and all sorts of other stuff. And that's where meal prepping. You definitely want to take the time on a Sunday, for example. Maybe not at this time. Maybe you should have started earlier. But definitely want to take the time to prepare meals, multiple meals for the week. Cooking roasts is a great way to have multiple meals throughout the week. And that's gonna it's just gonna give you one less thing to worry about and one more more time to be able to think about what you actually need to do. That's really what it comes down to. You want to take as much of the decision making out of the question as you can, so that you don't get overwhelmed and you start thinking a million miles a minute, and then you can't really, you're not focused on the task at hand. My next tip is to eat more fish. Fish is great for brain health, heart health. It's got essential fatty acids in it, omega-3 essential oils, not essential oils, omega-3 oils that you need for essential for brain health, heart health, the cardiovascular system, all that stuff. And that's where it comes with your fish. You want the fresh caught fish. Definitely want to incorporate more of that into your diet, at least 2-3 times a week if you can. And that's just going to be beneficial again for you in the long run, right? You want to set yourself up for success as much as you can. So therefore, with your meal prep, maybe you're not preparing fish for multiple days, but that's definitely something that you can incorporate 1 or 2 days or nights of the week when you're doing dinner. So you prep for, say, breakfast and lunch every day of the week or a few days of the week. And then when it comes down to dinner, maybe you're thinking something different for dinner. So incorporating fish, get those essential omega-3 oils into your body. That is going to be great for you. And you hear a lot about people telling you, or people advising you to take a fish oil so that you can get the omega-3s, omega-6, and omega-9. I believe are the 3 oils that come out of there. And that's what our bodies lack in general. And we have a hard time producing those from ourselves. That's where we have the fish to help our bodies sort of give it that extra, help, if you will. That's a word I'm looking for. And then when you get the supplements, supplementing your nutrition, because a lot of times we can't get all of the nutrients that we need out of the foods that we eat. No matter how much we try to eat it, it's not always possible. So supplements are going to be great. So incorporate more fish, and then try a fish oil, right? Omega-3, omega-6, omega-9 fatty acids. That's what you're looking for. Great for your brain, help you think better. Great for your heart, cardiovascular system. Definitely want to incorporate that more often. And like I said, 2-3 times a week. And we're starting small, right? So even maybe once a week. My next tip is to give yourself a break. This is one of the things that will be more beneficial to you than anything, I think. When we talk about making healthy choices, making changes to our diet, any sort of change to our lives, it's going to cause us to go through a little bit of an overwhelmed period, a little bit of a stressful period, and we're not going to be able to control the way that we feel, the way that we think, the way that we act all the time. And that's okay. You have to understand that that's okay. It's not a bad thing. You're not a bad person. You're not a terrible person. You don't suck at life. You're awesome. You're just going through a little bit of a difficult time. You're going through a transition period. Excuse me. And when you're going through a transition period, there's going to be challenges that come up. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. There's going to be challenges that come up that you're not always going to have the answers for. You're not always going to know what to do or where to go or how to look for the answers even. So that's where you have to give yourself a break. You have to understand that this is something that is very beneficial for your long-term health. So in the long term, it's going to be very great. So in the short term, you have to understand that it's a transition period that you're going through, that there is going to be points in time where you're not going to be able to, or you're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel very lost, scared, right? And that's normal. That's okay. That's awesome. That means that you're a person. That means that you're growing as a person. That means that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're stepping into the life that you deserve, and you're setting yourself up for greatness. So give yourself a break. every once in a while, pat yourself on the back, let yourself know that you're awesome, and because you are awesome, right? And these changes are going to be beneficial for your long-term health. That's why you're doing them. So take the hits while you have to in the short term for the long-term benefit. And then my last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I love using essential oils for everything that comes up in my life, and helping me eat healthy, be healthy is no different. I love using them. Essential oils like lemon are going to be great for cleansing, detoxifying. It's also a citrus oil, so it's naturally uplifting. I love putting this in my water in the morning. That's really one of my routines that I've started, or that I've kept going for a little bit now, is a drop in my water at the beginning of the day, just to help my body, my digestive system sort of cleanse, detoxify, all the stuff that gets stuck in there while you're sleeping. You don't really know what's in there, right? So why not give yourself a little leg up? Give yourself some extra oomph, if you will, and add some lemon to your water. Another way that you could do it is just a drop under your tongue. That's a great way to do it too. I love this one too because I don't actually normally like lemons, and this one's actually very calm because the oil comes from the rind of the fruit, so it's actually very calming. Another oil that I have is peppermint. Peppermint's going to be great for uplifting, invigorating. It's awesome for opening up the airways. It's also going to be great for your digestive system, helping to sort of ease the digestive system, helping it work. You can take that as a drop in your water. I would just be careful with that one because it's a hot oil. So if you put it in your water, there's a chance of A, your eyes getting really burned, or B, it burning the top of your lip right there. So just be careful. In that instance, I would suggest just putting a drop in your mouth, rubbing it on your belly, right? Allowing it to penetrate through that way. Side note, when I'm talking about taking oils internally, I'm talking about this company called doTERRA. I don't know what other oils or oil companies put in their oils. I know that doTERRA has oils that are safe for internal consumption, so that's where I talk about them. Please do not go to your local health store, grab oils, and put them in your mouth because I do not know what's in them. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. My tips on how to start eating healthy, very easy to follow. Start small. Give yourself something little that you can do and build repetition. Eat more, 3 meals a day at least. Eat snacks also. Don't deprive yourself when you're hungry. Meal prep will be beneficial more than anything to try or to give yourself just less things to worry about in the morning that day. Next tip is to eat more fish. You're looking for the essential fatty acids, omega-3, 6, and 9. Great for heart health, great for brain function. Give yourself a break. This is going to be a transition period that for the most part is going to be very different than anything you've come across. And you got to give yourself a break. You're awesome and you can do it. Essential oils like lemon are great for cleansing, detoxifying. Peppermint's awesome for easing the digestive system. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys found some value out of this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of the cool stuff that I'm talking about, or how to get some early bird access into the weight loss course that I'm creating, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, reach out to me. We'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have an awesome rest of your weekend, and I hope you guys rock out the week. I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.